Okay, here we go. Hi, hi everybody. It's me, Sailor Mars here, Ray here, and today I'm going to talk about oh, English adaptation hate or criticisms. But it's really not just criticism because I can handle that. It's the hate. There are people who, well, they prefer the Asian Japanese original dub. Some who actually prefer the redub and whatever dub and adaptations out there, because there are a lot of them to choose from. Now, we have made this video many times, you know, and the common theme it tends to come up with people when it comes to criticizing it is they think that there should not be no censorship. When they're talking about censorship, they're talking about fighting scenes that are shortened down, you know, when there was probably some more punches and kicks probably thrown in. And apparently some people feel that they should have seen more punches and more kicks and that the scenes should have not been edited. And so because the scenes were edited in the fighting sequences, that means it was bad or whatever it was. They claim, oh, I'm not a big fan of censorship. Um, I don't know, you know, but that's what they talk about. They're like, oh, but there was not too many fighting going on. I mean, there was fighting going on, but they're like, oh, the best parts allegedly were cut out. And these are coming from people who probably never saw the Asian Japanese version. They'll bullshit you and say, oh, they saw it. They'll bullshit you, but most of them haven't seen it. And if it wasn't for the English adaptation, a lot of them probably would not even known about the Asian Japanese version. And it's not a big deal. I mean, seriously. So you don't see so there are some punches and kicks, and some punches or kicks are removed. Is it really such a big deal? I mean, what did you actually think? I mean, did you think there was some type of what did you people think? Oh, there's some hidden fights and no scenes that no one saw. Oh, she actually hits him in the crotch or something. Oh, there are more attacks than that. Whatever reason, the attacks, the fighting scenes were shortened down. Why? Who knows? Is it such a big deal? Then other people claim, oh, everybody should be able to understand Asian Japanese names, even if you speak English as a first language and you never ever learned any other language dialect in your country. Well, congratulations to you people who are bilingual in every dialect of language spoken in your native country. Some people are not that fortunate. Some people only speak one language, and some people have problems speaking foreign names. Just because some people would be able to understand and speak and pronounce every Asian Japanese name known to the world does not mean everybody else would. You know, there's these people who go, oh, I can speak and pronounce and understand every Asian, Japanese, male and female name and unisex name out there. So if I am able to, you should be able to. It sounds a little ignorant, doesn't it? I mean, just because somebody is bilingual don't mean everyone's going to be bilingual. But of course, the characters having their names changed is a big deal to them. It's like, oh, I'm offended that they got European Greek and European Roman names. You know, some people most people who speak English understand European Roman and European Greek names. Come on. Is it such a big deal that Serena is Usagi and Amy is Amy and Raye is Ray and Lita is Makofo and that Minako is Mina and Monaru is Darian and Chibalusa is Rini? It's such a big deal. I mean, come on. Another thing they talk about is, oh, well, they claim that homosexuality, even though there's tolerance for it these days. They claim that it should have never been a non-issue. Well, probably nowadays it's not a big deal anymore. A lot of people are open-minded and tolerant of sexual preferences, mostly in other countries where it's the norm and that stuff is put on television, mostly for adults. You know, maybe today maybe the children of this generation probably are more open-minded and tolerant to sexual orientation and homosexuality as a whole, but back then they weren't. Back then, countries like the United States and Canada didn't think it was appropriate to have homosexual characters on cartoons or anime. So Geek Entertainment had to change characters around. They had to turn Zoisite into a male. They had to give Fisheye a female voice. They had to give Zoisite a female voice. They had to find some way to make Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune, Mara and Michelle, respectively. They had to call them cousins. You know, maybe over there they were already, tolerant to the point where it was acceptable for cartoons and animation and anime. But over in the United States during that time, it was a big taboo, especially for children. Now, I know you're probably saying that a lot of people need to grow up and be tolerant of people's sexual preferences. True. But when it came to cartoons and anime, especially during that time period, any mention any mention or any talk about it was wrong. So that's why Zoisite had to become a female. That's why Fisheye had to become a female. And that's why Sailor Uranus, Sailor Neptune had become cousins. Because Geek Entertainment and Pine Entertainment at the time didn't want to get any backlash from people saying, you have characters who are homosexuals, and I'm offended. Yes, there is tolerance for homosexuality, tolerance for sexual preferences, and it's more acceptable now. But back then, it was a big taboo, especially for children. If Sailor Moon was going on now, it may have not been a big deal. They've been more understanding. But back then, they weren't so understanding of it. So is it such a big deal? And plus, the last time I checked, I don't remember anyone from that community. I don't remember anybody complaining that their sexual preference was being portrayed badly or being mistreated. I don't remember anything bad coming out of it. Okay, and that's about it. The things about these are the things that people complain when it comes to the English adaptation. It's kind of sad. Now I know Sailor Moon's English adaptation is not above or beneath criticism. Hell, everyone has criticized it for various things. But I just think that some of the criticisms or the hate are not necessary, Criticizing for names changes, characters' sexual orientations changed, or having, certain scenes edited out and scenes edited in. Not a big deal. I'm Sailor Mars Ray. Hope you enjoyed this video.